You know, the more I rewatch that, whenever I'm doing like a post editing or we're doing like a voiceover, I'm starting to think maybe it's time to update that channel intro. Look into that later. Anyways, welcome to the King's Court. Now, if you're a new viewer, hi, thanks for stopping by. And if you're a returning viewer, how you doing? So, a couple of weeks ago, now for the record, this video meant to come out at least 2 weeks ago, roughly. But I gotta be honest, we've been busy with other stuff. First off, IRL stuff takes priority. I mean, come on, that's pretty obvious. But the other one, we've been busy with like Set 2 of Fusion World. Our Digimon local, that's the big one. Our Digimon locals had like an Evo Cup, and if you haven't seen that, go check those videos out. We got more recorded gameplays for those later. I've basically been in the lab, trying to work on more hero stuff and working on the Ubel decks. We've been pretty busy. We haven't had a chance to really talk about this information that we got, this little nugget of info about the Hololive TCG. Now, if you're a subscriber to the channel for a little while now, you know that we've uploaded some videos already talking about this because, well, we haven't hidden the fact. Yeah, we're VTuber fans. We're not afraid to admit it. Hey, entertainment's entertainment. That's the way we see it. So, when we heard about the Hololive TCG, we're like, yo, let's check this out. We made a couple videos talking about what they could possibly be, but at the time when we did those videos, we actually didn't have any information because, shoot, I wasn't even sure if this game was meant to be like a competitive like TCG or just another collectibles, because Hololive already has a lot of collectible cards in Japan. Like, you can get them from like going to special events or like bookstores, stuff like that, but they're collectibles. They're not really meant to be like a one-on-one competitive gameplay style. But this one looks like it actually is going to be. So we want to talk about what we know about the game so far, what we've learned, and basically give our 2 cents, because this game is basically One Piece and Pokemon combined, really. There's a lot of inspiration from both. So we wanted to talk about that here because we actually have experience with both. We've been playing the Pokemon TCG off and on for years, honestly. And we both dipped our fingers in the One Piece TCG. Chelmer Michael has a green deck he's actually updating right now, so if you want to see some more One Piece content, let us know in the comments. And I played the red, purple Luffy a little bit, but honestly, I'm just waiting for a Nico Robin leader. So, the point is, this game is pretty much a combination of the two. So, before we get to the meat of this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And let us know in the comments, what do you think of the gameplay? Do you like that it's going to be pretty much similar to those two games? Are you not really satisfied with how the game's going to work? And also let us know who you want to be making to an entire deck. We're really curious. We'd love to read the comments. We try to reply to them as many as we can. Sometimes we forget, so if we do, we're so sorry. But that's pretty much everything. Now, on to the main point of the video. So, it looks like the layout of the game is going to be very similar to Pokemon's. There is going to be, an area for your deck, obviously. And then there's going to be a prize area. And apparently, just like Pokemon, there's also going to be evolutions and items. Now, the evolutions is what got my attention, because usually when, like, not just Hololive, but when a VTuber debuts, they usually have, like, their rig is, like, only has, like, a couple frames of animation. You know what I mean? They're usually, like, the first one, like, the Gen 1, I guess you could call it, like, the first Gen 1 they usually use is always, like, a little stilted. It doesn't have, like, much expression. And that's 100% understandable, because this shit ain't cheap, man. Me and Chandler and Michael have always were curious how much this stuff goes for, because we've known people who've done like custom art commissions, and that shit ain't cheap either. So we were just wondering just how bad these things must go for, and it is expensive. So it makes sense that obviously you got to start off with one that's a little more limited in animation, but usually as they go on, especially if their popularity grows enough and they get enough subscribers, usually they get a much more better, more fluid one that responds better to movements. So I wonder if that's what they mean by evolution. Another thing they could mean by evolution, what about like the outfit debuts? If you're ever on Twitter and you see like someone, not just Hololive, but any VTuber getting like a new outfit or something, they usually make like a big debut date and stuff like that about when it's going to drop. And a lot of people, not going to lie, me and Chandler and Michael have as well, make a big deal about that because one of the cool things about VTubers that me and Chandler and Michael like is the real detail that a lot of them have when it comes to their designs, especially the clothes too. So I wonder if that's what they mean by like evolutions. Like, will they like go from like their basic Gen 1 debut outfit, go to another one? Hololive has shoot, let's be real. To some fans, get them the swimsuit cards. They will buy out all those cards. Let's be real here. We know how some fans are. So, I wonder if that's what they mean by evolution. If so, that's pretty cool. It's really interesting, especially since this game is going to be similar to Pokemon because Pokemon does evolutions as well, obviously. But unlike that, it's also got some inspiration from One Piece. Now, it's got a couple things inspired by One Piece. Now, first off, we know that we got a couple of cards already revealed. I'll put the images right here of the cards we have so far. There's Sora, which I remember right is the original first Hololive idol, and then we have. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. No disrespect. I don't mean to disrespect, but I'm bad with names. We have some others, if I remember right. I don't mean to say others in a rude way. I'm just really bad with names. But you can ask Chelmer or Michael. I forget names easily. But so we have a few people. So we have a few Hololive members so far, and it's going to be like One Piece. How in One Piece, when you start off, your life depends on your leader. Sometimes it'll be 3, sometimes it'll be 5. The same thing here. You'll start off with like 5 or 6, etc. And that seems to be how it's going to work. Apparently, and also just like One Piece, there's going to be a special deck. Now, One Piece, obviously, if you played the game, you would know that there's a special deck or special cards called your Dawn cards. And the more Dawns you have, and to put it in a simple way, they're kind of like energies in Pokemon, kind of. The more Dawns you have, the more stronger of a move you can make, or an attack you can do. So, it makes sense that they're going to do that, but they're going to be called cheers, which makes sense. Hololive, they're an idol company, so the more you cheer, the more you rally behind your favorite Oshi, the more power they'll get. So, hey, makes sense, right? And they're also going to be a leader area, just like One Piece. So it's really interesting because One Piece has been that one game that has like blown up ever since it started, which makes sense. One Piece is like the most #1 sold manga ever. So it makes sense that they take a little inspiration from One Piece. And it makes sense even in general that card game would just blow up the way it did. And Pokemon is just, an easy game to get into. Let's be real here. That's what me and Chandler and Michael have always been like off and on with it, because like we pretty much can pick up where we left off, although unless there's rotation. But hey, what can you do? Which makes me wonder if this game will have rotation. Actually, I just realized that. I don't know. One Piece doesn't have rotation, but Pokemon does. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess we'll wait and see. So yeah, they're gonna have a leader area just like in One Piece, and it's got me wondering. I wonder, now that we know a little more about the game, they haven't really said anything about this yet. Will there be like a specific deck meant for each member of Hololive? Like, Chelmer or Michael, I know for a fact, wants a Corone deck. So would there be like an entire deck centered around Corone, or would it be like the entire gen she's from? That's something I'm really curious on. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did something like you could build an entire deck centered around one member, but also you could, like, if they have like traits. I think the cards do have traits, like in other games, like in Digimon, for example. You have like what's a good example? if your traits are like dragon or dinosaur or stuff like that. I wonder if they'll do that. Like if they have an entire set centered around Hololive myths, like EN myths. If you have like I don't know, like a Gura leader, which apparently Gura's coming back, excited. You have like a leader of her, and you have cards that have the Hololive myths, and they all work together. I think that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if that's how it's gonna work. Although only time will tell. So we'll see when that comes out. I don't think there's any information on that yet. Another interesting thing is now here on the channel, the card games we've been focusing on lately is Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon. So as someone who played Yu-Gi-Oh when this was a thing, I'm a little nervous about this one. Apparently, now either I read this wrong, which if I did, I'm sorry if I read it wrong, but it looks like I don't think I am. Apparently, if the first player who's ever going turn 1 can draw. I am not looking forward to that. Now, if anyone here has never played like modern, if anyone who didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh during when you could draw turn 1, who was ever going turn 1, or if you ever played a game in general that doesn't do that, being able to draw turn 1 is one of the most bullshit annoying things, because going turn 1 usually in card games, especially certain ones, can sometimes be, the win button, basically. Because there are some decks and some card games that just go off and your opponent can't do anything. And not only is that bad, but the fact that they can get that one extra card, and let's be real, sometimes that one extra card can mean everything in the entire game. So I'm a little nervous about that, just because I still have flashbacks to back when that was still a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh, where you could still draw. I remember when that happened, when they changed that rule and they removed it, and you couldn't draw turn 1. I remember a lot of people were complaining, but at the same time, I was laughing, saying, good. I hate that crap. And I'm going to be honest, I'm glad it's gone. And I'm glad other card games don't do that, because that shit is annoying. I know somebody in the comments is going to get uppity about that, but I don't know. I got to be honest. So, a little nervous about that. But, hey, who knows? This is only the beginning. The game's not even, there hasn't even been, like, a display of the game, which is making me wonder. Usually when, like, in other card games, there's usually, like, big events where they reveal more about cards, like, new sets and stuff like that. And even, like, with Yu-Gi-Oh, they get, like, the voice actors to display the new cards or stuff. Like, during the Yu-Gi-Oh 25th anniversary, they were doing that, like, having the voice actors from past animes, play the game to, like, display the new cards that were coming out that year. I wonder if that's what they're going to do when they, like, fully reveal more about this game. I'm really interested to see if that's what they're going to do. But one thing I was also thinking, what if they have the actual Hololive talents go over the game itself? Like, they have them, show the cards off and show how the game works. I think that'd be pretty cool and be a good way to sell them. That'd be pretty sweet. So, but, hey, who knows what will happen. So far, that's everything we know about the game. There's not a lot of information just yet, which makes sense. I doubt they want to give it all away just yet, because the game is supposed to be released in this year, 2024. So I wouldn't be surprised if they want to release this game around the time, like, when people are getting ready, for their Christmas shopping sprees. Because, let's be real, this is the kind of stuff you could buy that are probably going to sell off, like, just completely get sold out easily around that time of the year. So, I wouldn't be shocked, because, let's be real, there are a lot of fans who are excited for this game. And, again, they're probably going to want to sell it during a time where people are going to be buying up everything anyways. I mean, everyone knows about, like, TCG players, Christmas sales and stuff like that online. So, I wouldn't be shocked that that's what they're going for. So, but if I were a betting man, I probably would say we'll probably get some more information maybe around summer. Because usually Hololive has, like, big summer events, stuff like that. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something around then. So that's pretty much all the information so far. There's some other stuff like we do know about. Like there's about 5 phases in a turn. There's the draw. There's the unsuspend phase, the draw phase. Main phase, standard stuff we've seen in card games. Let's be real. And there's going to be support cards. They're going to be called like staff or something. And your attacks will be called like arts, which is really interesting. I'm pretty excited for this game. Not gonna lie. So it looks like pretty much besides all that, me and Shelby and Michael got to go redo those videos. So if you let me know in the comments who would you want to see in the game. Who would you want to see your favorite member of Hololive? Would you want to see them get like an entire deck? Or would you want to see like somebody like an entire gen get an entire deck solely focused around that gen? I'm really interested to see the comments, and that's pretty much everything for this video. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.